What are the best products for you to be able to invest in to start making money, right? Under $100. So, when I thought about creating this video, I thought to myself, well, I really don't, this isn't my style, right? Because I'm giving a budget of $100 to invest to make money. If I'm being realistic, and I jump straight out the gun and tell you guys exactly what it is, right? You guys know I don't color code, I don't gatekeep, I don't have any type of filter. You ain't gonna make no money just spending $100. But one thing I tell you is it's not really about making money in order to scale. So let's think about it like this before we start and we get into receipts and me showing you results, even though the results that I show you don't necessarily matter because they may not be your results. So I took the most normal results possible to actually show you guys exactly what $100 can start. You heard me right. What $100 can start. Because $100 can get you products, and $100 can turn from $100 to $2,000 to $2,000 to $6,000 to $6,000 to $10,000, depending on how you utilize and use your money. So the benefit that I've had is being able to phone flip. Phone flipping has changed my life because it didn't teach me anything really at all but flipping money. Like, phone flipping didn't teach me nothing. Like, it doesn't really require any skills. All you got to know is how to save your money, flip it, save your money, flip it, flip all of your profit, take some profit, then you're good. Once you in a rhythm and you understand how to put some money aside, you're good phone flipping. But it's a little different when it comes to reselling because you have products that are going to be in your possession that you need to make sure you are not utilizing yourself, right? Like, I got to make sure if I invest in this product right here that I'm not using this product for my own phone, right? And for my own intentions. If I have AirPod Maxes, I got to make sure that these AirPod Maxes that I have, I'm not using at the gym, right? I got to make sure these products are staying assets instead of being used as gifts. I have some friends, they like women, obviously, and they'll go and they buy products and they end up giving all of the products to the women that they're dating. And it obviously shows lack of discipline and also lack of, if I'm being, kind, lack of where you're trying to go in life, okay? But you got to be able to have that discipline and understand that the products are meant for you to sell, not meant for you to keep. And also understanding that products are going to be something that you're investing into to get you a return. And once you have an asset as such, like this, prime example, once you have an asset, and this is the packaging that comes in, okay? You can get this at wesply.com, by the way, okay? But for you to actually be able to make money, you have to put these products in front of customers, right? Now, when it comes to $100, right, we can go on wesply.com. This is my favorite website to get wholesale products from. Obviously, you can get the resellers kit. The resellers kit comes with 30 products. But the problem that I would say is this is out of the budget that we set right now. Okay, you got $250 for 30 products. Then you have 50 products for $320. Then we have some AirPod Max clones. Now we're going to be talking about the AirPod Max clones because these clones sell really well. Okay. Now you see you can get one for $75, but if you go and buy them in bulk, you're getting them cheaper. Okay, so you go ahead and get, let's say 6. You get it for $166.90. That's a little bit past our budget though. But again, that would mean each of these you're getting, let's get the calculator out. So I'll make sure I believe it's $27. 166.90. Divide that by 6. Yeah, we're at $27.81. So you're getting them for $27.81. If we round it up, $28. Now, each of these you can get easily $50 for. 50 minus the 28, you're making $22 profit. Sell all 6, you make $132 profit. Okay, you do that every week. You're making $528. You do that every month. you're making 6,336, even though we're just going off of small scale. But again, that's good money for you to be making on the side. Now, the real difference is when you start going into buying 12, which means you're going to get them cheaper, obviously, right? So that's $319, $319.12. Okay. I'm already doing the math in my head before I even write the thing down. That's $26.59 each. Okay. Now you go and sell that for $50. Let's go 26 minus 50 times that by 12. You're making 288 times that by 4. You're making that times that by 12. You're making 13, right? But let's just say we doubling that. We sell. Boom. Like it's easy, guys. You can literally make money. But let's say you're balling on a budget, okay? Which a lot of us are, okay? Now we can even go ahead and look at the AirPod Gen 2 clones. These are available for you to sell on any platform, any way possible, excuse me. Because guess what, guys? This does not have any Apple logo. So $168, divide that by 12. That means each headphone you're getting for $14. You sell each headphone for around $50 to $60. So we just subtract that. That's $36 each, times that by 12. That's $432, times that by 4. That's $1,728, times that by 12. That is $20,000 extra a year. Okay, so products make sense, but you just have to buy the right ones. We can go to Bluetooth headphones, but we can also go to wire headphones. And wire headphones are going to get you money too, because you have something like this. This is one of my favorite things to sell, because see, I would start by selling these because you can get these for less than $100. So we can sell 12, right? So we can go all the way on eBay, and I got some things to show you. We can go all the way on eBay, and we can look up iPhone 7 headphones, right? And you're going to see a bunch of different prices, right? Some low, some high. We're going to go down to the sold tab real quick. iPhone 7 headphones isn't even a search term technically, but let's just hypothetically say it is. So you can go ahead and see a bunch of different prices. The prices are pretty sporadic, right? So $79 is what you would pay. So $80 if we're rounding up. 80 divided by 12. That's going to be $6.66 you're getting each headphone for. We're going to sell them for around $12.50, okay? So we're going to go and we're just say, let's round it up. So 7 minus 12, right? $5 profit, okay? 5 times 12, right? Even every time we sell a batch, you should sell 2 batches a week, obviously, right? That's $120 a week, times that by 4. That's $480 a month, times that by 12. That's $5,760 you're making off of just wired headphones. And yes, you're paying less than $100. Now, the reason I'm saying all of this, and I'm trying to show you guys products that work. So we already see the wired earphone with a lightning connector, which I call the iPhone 7 headphones, are really great headphones to buy. But there's also other headphones that you can get. But these type of headphones are great because you're actually also being able to use these for feedback engagement, right? So if I sell somebody some iPhone 7 headphones, right, which I have the iPhone 7 headphones right here, right? If I sell this, which beautiful packaging, by the way, right? If I sell these, sorry, this light is bright. Dang, hold up now. I got to do it like the influencers do and stuff. Like, woo. All right, if we sell these, because I can't even see it all the way. Turn this light off. If we sell these, right, to a consumer, they're going to love the packaging. The packaging is really, really good. It's really good, right? Plus, these are Bluetooth, and they're also connecting via Lightning connector. Now, we also will be able to get feedback because they're going to look at it like, okay, this is a low ticket item, which means I'm not investing too much money. So right when they get the product is when you want to message them and ask them for a feedback review. Because when they give you feedback, now you're on the way to becoming a top seller because you are essentially making sure that you're getting that feedback, which other people that are looking to buy will see. Okay. So that's why we buy lower tier products. Now, moving forward, we can also go and try to look for audio adapters. We can look at speakers. There's a bunch of different things, and I'm also about to do a a product review on these speakers. This was sent to me as well. So this is another speaker that's about to come, but we have a bunch of speakers, right? Now, these all you can get for wholesale, of course, but these speakers make you money. You can get them for less than $100, I believe. Let's see one, I think. So this is the one. Yep, I got that up on the wall. This is the 113 speaker, right? But let's see, because I don't remember, to be honest with you. Yeah, you can get this for lower than $100. So that means $83.34 you can get this TG 113 speaker, right? For $83.34. Divide that by 6. That's $13.89 you're paying each. You sell this easily for $20, right? So you sell that for $20, you're making $6.11 profit, right? $6.11 profit, times that by the 6. You do that, you make $36.66. Obviously, on speakers, you want to sell them higher, but I would say this is more of a customer-facing type of product, because I would sell this at a flea market for $30. But online, you're going to be able to sell a little bit less because there's a bunch of competition just in general with speakers. Now, if we go to chargers, we can look at wired chargers, we can look at charging cables, we can look at adapters. This is a good product. Finding products that you can bundle, especially when you're operating on a budget, is always going to be awesome, right? Now, 2-in-1 USB-C charging bundle. Let's see if we can actually look this up on eBay. Okay. So, yeah, it's going to take, like, you can find it, but let me see. iPhone charging bundle, and this is live, by the way, guys. I'm recording this live. I'm gonna do very little editing as well, because I want you guys to see the raw uncut. All right, so we see a bundle here, but as you see, like when you bundle, we're only looking at sold. We're not going to look at listings. Listings don't matter. What's being sold matters, right? We want results. We want execution. We want money. We're not looking to see how pretty people's posts are, or how pretty they list, or their pictures. I want to see where the money at, right? That's the most important thing, especially when you're looking to see how or what products you should invest in, okay? Now, you have other chargers charging cables. Now, I always tell people charging cables are awesome to sell. You see something like this, a lot of 100. Each one of these 100, I'm guaranteeing you, because I can already see these are in AAA quality. These are probably AA quality, which means they're 90 cents at least. Okay, so 90 cents times 100. I don't even know why I'm doing it, but I want to do it as far as seeing you visually as $90. Right? So let's say that they're getting these for $90, and then you're like, well, how are they selling it for $75? The difference is these are probably going to be brought in a huge bundle, which could mean each cable cord came with 10 cents. This could be a Chinese company that is selling these straight from the warehouse. Like, little things you can look at and be like, well, I can't compete with that, because obviously they're selling something that is astronomically cheap. And $75, this had to be like an auction. This had to be like an auction. I could look deeper, but we'll say that for another video. But you see other more realistic ones. A lot of 10 for $10.85, which that makes sense. But yeah, you see a bunch of cable cords would definitely be something you want to invest in. Now, let me show you a little bit of proof. Now, let me give you guys a little hope based upon what I see happens with a lot of individuals, okay? So, we have one guy that has a $2,369 60-day total, which is great, right? The only problem I would say is if you want to dig deep in how this person actually made this money, you have to actually look at the way that he went about it, okay? So, the way he went about it is he started to actually list products that were feedback relatable, right? Like, so he started listing products that he knew for a fact were small ticket, products that he knew for a fact that he can actually sell, but sell for a low cost, which would equate the customer not expecting too much, which means that they're going to be more lenient when giving reviews and feedback, which means once he gets that review and feedback, he can promote. And then once he promotes, he's going to look like an established seller, which then if he looks like an established seller, people are going to buy immediately. So that's exactly what happened. He listed these Apple Watch chargers, some cable cords. He didn't send me everything because it was about 20 more cable cords he sold, but he sold cable cords for $4. How much money do you think he's making? Right? He's not making that much money, obviously, from small ticket products. The difference is understanding that, okay, I got a small ticket product, right? Now I got charging cables. Now this is the perfect time where, like we just saw, it was a lot of 100 cable cords, right? For $75. Now that theoretically doesn't make sense in my opinion. But if it was a factory that produces these, it makes sense. But if you're a reseller, you can get packs like this, right? This is a pack of, I believe, 10. It used to be 20, but it's 10 now, right? You can literally pay $15, take the loss, take the hit, write it off at the end of the year for your business, but take the hit, pay $15 for this, go on eBay, sell them in exchange for feedback. Hey, we have lightning, USB to lightning or Type-C to lightning cable cords. They are $3.50. Customer buys it. Hey, Mr. Customer, thank you so much for purchasing. Your cable cord will be shipped today. You go and ship the cable cord. The cable cord now is shipped, right? Cable cord gets delivered. Once the cable cord is delivered, hey, Mr. Customer, if you don't mind, could you please leave me some feedback? Boom. What's the worst they can't hate on you because the charger is the charger. It's a regular charger, right? They plug it up, put it in a phone, the phone charges, they're happy. Great. Feedback, boom. That's all you needed. Same thing that businesses do when it comes to Google reviews. Hey, Mr. Customer, thank you for coming in. If you refer or leave a Google review, we'll give you a 10% coupon. The business eats that 10% loss because they take that 10% in exchange for that review. It's the same exact thing. It's business, okay? You can't think of everything as, hey, I want to profit immediately. That's not how business works, okay? Now, he did that. He did those little steps, especially starting with under $100. You want to make sure that you're doing that. You want to make sure you're buying small ticket items, getting feedback, and then you're going to gradually go up, and up. Now, this person did that, and then it's amazing how he changed the way he was selling on his store. I'll give you guys an example right here. He went from that to now selling AirPod Max clones. So these are AirPod Max clones. You can get these right now at wesply.com. These are the clones. They have no Apple logo on them, okay? You're safe to sell these without having to get your account taken away. He sold these for $60 a pop, right? One time he sold for $50 a pop. But look, then he sold some AirPods for $32. But the main point is that he's able to sell what he wants to sell for the price he wants to sell it, put it up there, wait for a customer to buy it. They are going to look and see that he is credible from his reviews. And then in exchange, he's going to be able to get money because it's not about how much he invested. It's more about how strategic he put the products up, and the products that he actually got, he utilized to get the feedback, to build customer retention, to build customer trust. And now he is flourishing, and you can do the same thing. You don't need $500 to start a reselling business. You don't need $10,000 to start a reselling business, $1,000. You can start with 100, 200, 300. 300 is what I recommend, and you guys can thrive. All right, so I hope this gave you a little bit of motivation. I appreciate you guys so much. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to leave it below. I will make sure that I answer. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.